This armament. What is this armament? The process of elimination of arms step by step is called disarmament. Clear this? The process of reduction of weapons step by steps is called disarmament. Clear this? Next. Why? It is impractical and impossible to attain complete disarmament. What is the answer? Because every country needs arms for its own protection. Okay, because every country needs weapons for its own protection. Okay, next question. What does Article 51 of Indian Constitution advocates? Article 51 of Indian Constitution advocates international peace and cooperation. Clear this? What does Article 51 of Indian Constitution advocates? It advocates international peace and cooperation. Clear this? Okay. So these are all very important 1, 2 and 3 mark questions. Okay, for exam. Okay, so learn all these question answers properly and prepare well for exam. Okay, don't neglect it. Thank you, students. Hi students, welcome to political science class. I already finished political science second chapter, Indian foreign policy. So it is the time to revise this lesson once again. So all of you open your textbook and note down important 1, 2 and 3 mark questions from each para. Okay. So first para. What is foreign policy? Very important 1 mark question for exam. What is foreign policy? Foreign policy is a strategy of nation in dealing with other nations. Clear this? Foreign policy is a strategy. Strategy means planning. Planning of nation in dealing with other nations. Clear this? Next. What is sovereign country? Sovereign country is that country which is not under any other country's control, either for internal or external issues. Okay, foreign country is that country which is not under the control of any other country, either for internal issues or external issues. Okay, this is also very important 1 mark question. Okay, next second para. Why India is considered as one of the major countries of the world? What's the answer? First point, huge population. Second one, natural resources. Third one, military. Fourth one, intellectual and industrial capabilities. Clear this? First one, huge population. Second, natural resources. Third, military. Fourth one, intellectual and industrial capabilities. Okay. So, India is considered as one of the major countries of the world. Clear this? Okay. Then concentrate on page number 71. There, what are the aims of Indian foreign policy? Very important 3 mark question. First point, national security. Second one, enriching national economy. Third one, spreading cultural richness of India in other countries. Fourth one, increasing the number of friendly countries. Fifth one, checking the power of enemy countries. And last one, achieving world peace and cooperation. These are all the aims of Indian foreign policy. Clear this? First one, national security. Second one, enriching national economies. Then Third one, spreading the cultural richness of India in other countries. Okay, next fourth one, increasing the number of friendly countries. Fifth one, checking the power of enemy countries. Sixth one, achieving world peace and coexistence. These are all the aims of Indian foreign policy. Okay, next paragraph. When did Jawaharlal Nehru outline the foreign policy of India to general public? Okay, what is the answer? September 7, 1946. When did Jawaharlal Nehru outline the foreign policy of India for the first time to general public? When? September 7, 1946. Clear this. Next important 2-mark question. Why did foreign policy of India is called foreign policy of Jawaharlal Nehru? What is the answer? Because Nehru managed foreign policy of India as external affairs minister apart from Prime Minister of India. Okay, that's why foreign policy of India is called foreign policy of Nehru. Clear this? Okay. Next question. What are the aspects influenced India's foreign policy? Okay, first one, geographical interest. Next, national interest, economic interest, political situation, international situation, military issues, then public opinion. Okay, total 7 to 8 points are there. You must keep any 6 points in your mind. Okay, this is very important 3-mark question for exam. Okay, first one, national interest, geographical interest, economic interest, political situation, international situation, public opinion. Clear this? Okay. Next, last pair. When and between which countries Panchashila principles signed? Between China and India in 1954. Clear this? Okay. Between whom Panchashila principles signed? Between Jawaharlal Nehru and Chow Enlai. Clear this? Okay. Next, concentrate on page number 72. What are Panchashila principles? Very important 3-mark question. Okay. First one, respecting each other's sovereignty and regional interest. Second one, non-invasion of each other. Third one, non-interference in others' internal issues. Okay. Next, mutual cooperation and respect. Last one, peaceful coexistence. Okay. These are the 5 points you must write. What are Panchashila principles? Respecting each other's sovereignty and regional interest. Non-invasion of each other. Non-interference in internal issues of others. Next, mutual cooperation and respect. Last one, peaceful coexistence. Okay, next, very important 1-mark question. World was divided into 2 powerful blocks after Second World War. Which are those? First, USA, another one, USSR. Okay, USA under the leadership of democratic countries. USSR under the leadership of communist countries. Okay, the credit of creating independent policy of non-alignment goes to which country? What is the answer? India. Okay. Next, after the death of Jawaharlal Nehru, who became the Prime Minister of India? Lal Bahadur Shastri. Concentrate on anti-imperialism pair. First question, what is imperialism? Imperialism is a attempt by a sovereign country to take another sovereign country under control with the intention of ruling it for personal gain. That is imperialism. Okay, what is imperialism? Very important one more question. Imperialism is an attempt by a sovereign country to take another sovereign country under control with the intention of ruling it for personal gain. Clear this? Okay. Next, why India declared no corner of the world shall have imperialism? Why? Because it was natural for India to gain independence under imperialistic rule. So it opposed such moves in other countries. Okay, what is the answer? It was natural for India to gain independence under imperialistic rule. So it opposed such moves in other countries. Clear this? Okay, next. Anti-apartheid policy. Here one more question. What is apartheid? Apartheid is an attempt by a people of particular skin color to subjugate people of different skin color in the name of supremacy. That is apartheid. Clear this? Apartheid is an attempt by a people of particular skin color to subjugate means to take control, subjugate people of different skin color in the name of supremacy. That is apartheid. Okay, next, which country declared no corner of the world shall practice apartheid? Okay, which country declared no corner of the world shall practice apartheid? Which country? India. Was the first president of South Africa or African National Congress? Nelson Mandela.